Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I had a reading first thing this morning. It ran a little over, trying to get my act together to get on here. Try to get John a link because John's going to be joining us today. Really excited to see what he's got to say. Um, for any cancers out there, just letting you know that this is a really, really good month for cancers to like achieve their dreams. It's like the planetary lineup and everything that's going on out there. So I just wanted to let you know. And I'm doing this. We have one healer quartz here for our main stone because right now I'm trying to have an imagine a clean slate. Clean slate to start with. And I will put my calendar up there, but as I'm rushing to the computer, my calendar box fell apart. Matter of fact, I'm still missing a thing. So, I'm still missing one. So we're going to say it is January, and you're going to see April, right? That's not going to work. All right, well, it's January 4th. Even that's not going to be able to be out there, I don't think. Unless I can work my magic on that. Let's see. So, for those of you who do not know me, I am Jade, the Violet Sage. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, author, psychic medium, and so much more. So, I create all kinds of things as well. I'm trying to get this. I might be able to do it. I'm missing one of those boards for the date, but I got to pull it out front. So today is the 4th. For some reason, I thought it was 3rd. I'm still on Saturday. Oh, my goodness. So, welcome. Happy New Year, everybody. Can you believe the date? Oh, you finally made it to 2026. I'm going to pull my cards out here. I'm going to get to finish my cup of coffee this morning. Oh, guess what? I don't know where that was. I just found my other date thing. But yes, gotta get all my cards out here. Get all the cards out here. Going for water today. I don't know what the temperature is. Give me the temperature in your area, in your state, wherever you are right now. All right, get my phone over there. I need to clean my phone this morning like I normally do. All right. Gonna let John know I sent him a link. All right. $30 or sooner. I emailed link. There we go. Now, my camera has been like falling apart. I mean, there's been a lot of parties and stuff going on here, stuff getting shoved out of the way. So I apologize if it falls off. All right, so everything's confirmed. Johnny will be joining us. I'm just trying to make sure this tape stays on my camera. I think I have another camera somewhere. I'm going to be trying to change some things up a little bit this year. So let's say our good mornings. Oh my goodness. It looks like everything's connected on Facebook too. Wow, awesome. Good morning, Dreamweaver. Good morning, Auntie. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Angela. I haven't seen you in a while. Yay. So 13 degrees in our neck of the woods. Ooh, it's cold out there. Trying to wear my warm stuff for today. We're going out to brave the temperatures and get some water, spring water. Pray that the water is moving. That's a problem also with this cold weather. You don't know. And good morning, everybody else who's out there that I don't see in the comments section. All right. Let us see. Yep, that's on there. All right. So let's go ahead and start with my deck. I don't know if anybody was interested or had contacted me. I have not seen any contact from anybody here if they were taking advantage of the New Year's special, because it really ended yesterday. But if you want it, still take advantage of it this week, you need to notify me today by the phone number you see scrolling through below here, and text me your information, your phone number, so I can contact you and see how you'd like to take advantage of we could do the 6-month forecast, or we can do what's in store for you for the new year. We're doing $25 spread, and it's a smaller spread because it's only $25, but it's a nice deal for people who really can't afford much, who just want to know. So I believe it was like 5 cards, 5 cards and a trinket, or 5 cards and a stone, something like that. But we'll make sure you get at least like a 10 to 15 minutes worth of reading for that $25. And then it'd be up to about a half an hour for the $50 one. And that is a $20 savings right now. So yeah, I charge $75. So actually it's a $25 savings for a half an hour. And we will do your trinkets and everything and cover a 6-month period for you for the first 6 months, or whatever 6 months you choose you want to know about. Maybe you're going on a trip or something. Okay, well, text me and let me know. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life for this week of January 4th, 2026? What is going on? What do people need to focus on? What do they need to know right now? Oh, yep, that's the card. Ooh, we got this last week too, so this must still be hovering around, floating in the others. Justice and karma. Come on, monitor. There we go. Time has come to finally see justice take place. A karmic debt paid. You will get to witness this and finally be free, knowing a debt has been paid. There are 2 sides to justice. It can be that if you have committed an injustice, that it may be time for you to come forward, or you will be found out. If you shuffle these cards well and it turns up reversed, then it is you who will be brought to justice. Or you can go by the other cards in the pull. Either way, justice is coming due, but this is usually in your favor. So if there's been things going on in your life, people have been wronging you, or you've really been waiting for that time to act upon something, I believe now is that time. Do not wait. January is the month of rectification, of people getting their just dues, which usually, like I said, is in the upside. So if you've been putting out a lot of energy and stuff towards a goal, or just being that really great person, then maybe it's your turn to finally get your just rewards. And that's awesome. So it's a good way to start the year, really. Getting that justice that we all need, love, and deserve. Yes. All right. The gold cards are calling to me this morning. Doreen Virtue, angels, gods, and goddesses, I believe it is. All right, Spirit, what's best going to help everyone in their path in life? Oh, that one's trying to jump out. Let's see. Nope. Come on. If you want to be out here, let me know. What does everyone need to know, especially for this first week of January? I'm getting messages that a lot of what you're going to see here right now is going to affect probably the whole month of January. Dana. Oh, and this is the card that actually represents the whole deck. The High Priestess. This is massive, major energy. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. So it is time to utilize what information that you've had until now, how can you help others with that? It's they're they're even telling it to me, education is the word that I'm being given. You need to educate people, because there's a lot of people who do stupid things, even your children. They go out and they're mean to other kids, or they're mean to animals, things like that. Or they don't know how to act, and they just are off the rockers. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of kids just loopy. It's time to hone them in, settle them down, and be very firm about what you're teaching them, because we're moving into a time where the negative will not be tolerated. And they're going to get in big trouble if they don't get straightened out. And this goes for you as well. It is time to turn that leaf. No more, well, maybe next month. No, no. This is the month. If you want to feed it the positive energy and you want to keep the ball rolling in that direction, you need to let the universe know now. Now. So the high priestess means you do have the power. You do have the knowledge. There's no saying you don't know. Utilize what you do know, and it will get you more information. So just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and more will appear for you. You'll get to know more as you're working towards your goals, as you're working towards enlightenment and being that better person and helping other people along the way. Yeah, you're being called to now be the teacher. You're a student and a teacher, but you also need to put on those teacher shoes now. All right. We're going to do 4 cards today instead of 3. I really feel the Mystic Force needs to come out, and we haven't really done the Soul card in a while, and the Soul card needs to come out. So right now we're going to do some Mystic Force. You picked that last week too. Yeah, the Justice card, I did. That's so weird. You can't hear me? Can anybody else hear me? I'll be texting you for that deal. All right. How do you feel? You might, Angela. It's been so long since we talked. Can't wait to see what's going on. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life, especially for this first week of January 4th, 2026? 2026. Oh, my God. First week, first month here. What do we need to know? Okay. This is so true. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now. We got the heart path. You need to follow your heart. What is it that you wish to do and accomplish? It's not about anybody else right now. You need to take care of you. And if other people stumble across your path, it's probably because you need to teach them the same thing. Once you learn the benefits of you listening to your heart, doing what's right by your mind, body, and spirit, you can teach others how to do it. And they'll say, wow, I know where you've been. How did you accomplish that? Teach them. We need to teach them. All right, the heart path. I'm going to bring this closer. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart, and you can't go wrong. You hear this? This is about reality. No, well, I'm just playing the game of life, just muddling through. You need to pick a course, and one that's true to you. Who are you? Who do you wish to be? Because I know I'm just a walking frustrated bundle of nerves sometimes. I'm working on so many things all the time, but my year this year, I'm going to be, I got this book, 72 Names of God, and I'm going to read that book, and I'm going to practice staring at the symbols that represent that name and calling upon the energies that I can to assist me in my path in life, to what's right by me, what is right for me, and what's going to bring me to my highest good and happiness. And all those people whose lives you touch while you're doing that will also receive that or gain that knowledge, or the right people will be attracted to you. And you could name that. You could put that in your manifestations, in your mantras in the morning. And don't forget, state things 3 times a day. I forgot it was the full moon last night, and it's a Cancer moon of all moons. But it's, I know there's some weird stuff going on about the moon, but I know my energy, because I am a moon child, my energy's higher, and I don't usually sleep during a full moon. I'm laying there with my eyes wide open. I'm like, oh shit, well, while I'm laying here, I'm going to manifest. I'm going to do all my prayers for everything I wish to see come into being. I prayed for all the animals and all the injustices, stuff like that. But to open mankind's heart so they can really be who they are, and the other ones just fall away. So this way they can no longer do any harm. But you have to do it three times a day. Man, I must have been praying for like an hour last night. And that was the time to do it. And it's the new year. And now is the time to do it. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we are going to go ahead and do the soul cards. These are always interesting. Woo. Don't forget, everybody's always, can't say everybody's on a different soul path, but, take what resonates with you, because don't forget, these are general readings, but they do seem to match everyone that's watching. So, all right. Anything else now? All right, Spirit, what else do we need to know? Help me pick the best card, the soul card. Help speaks to everyone's soul who's watching. What do they need to know for this new year, 2026, especially this first month of January and this first week of January? They're telling me I may have to pick two. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? This means you're really having to rise that energy, really raise it up high, because when your energy is at the highest, that's when you manifest what you truly desire in life, because they can reach the others so much quicker that way, and it gives it the right energy to boot. So I don't want to be crying and try to manifest, although actually extreme emotion can really, it definitely bends the ear of the universe. So when I'm crying I cry about the animals and stuff that they're going through. I know the universe hears me when I'm pouring out my heart and soul to the universe. But laughing right now is one of the highest energies when you're trying to really manifest something super good. So let's see. Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants, or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the little things. Note to self, laugh more often. And today's soul action, make somebody laugh today. My family has a history of comedians. My father and my uncles and everything at family gatherings, they used to do little skits when everybody was together, because they just loved acting things out and making people laugh. And my cousin is Lou Costello, if anybody knows Abbott and Costello. And I do that too. I'll just be on somebody until I can make them laugh or crack a smile or something. It's just, what I love to do. So this is a good thing. Trying to make other people laugh and laughter yourself. And I'll tell you what, this New Year's Eve we played Cards Against Humanity. Oh my goodness. We were laughing so hard I was crying. I'm surprised I didn't pee my pants. But yeah, everybody had a really good laugh. It was fun. So I'm going to pick another one because Spirit told me to. All right, Spirit, for the second soul card, what does everyone need to know right now? Okay, this is a good one. Good one. Am I focused on what I'm losing or gaining? So again, when your energy, whatever you're focusing on, the words you speak, the thoughts you have, if they're negative, for God's sakes, say cancel, cancel, cancel 3 times and replace it with something positive. You must do this, or you're setting yourself up for all these negative boomerangs, and they will come at you, and you'll wonder why. You're doing everything right. How come negative stuff's happening to you? Because you keep thinking and saying negative things about yourself, or maybe the process, or so doubtful. You got to get that out of your head. I don't care if it's true or not. Get it out of your head. Get it out of your mouth. Don't speak it. Don't think it. Will yourself. Purposely make sure you're focusing on the positive, saying positive words. It's very, very important. The universe is listening, especially this month. Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Today's soul action. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you're going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming, and yes, they are. You have to believe it, and you will see it. Not see it and then believe it. You have to believe it, and then you will see it. That's what I'm saying right now. Okay. All right. At this time, everybody, you can please give us our thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and we're going to go ahead and pick a trinket. All right, Spirit. What's best going to help everyone in their path in life for this new year, this first week of January 2026? All right. This is time for cleansing. This is the cleanse. Drink a lot more water. This is the bottle cap is more a signal of purity. So drinking more pure water if you can. Make it as clean as you can. Flush out all the toxins in your body. Flush out all the toxins in your home. Do some purifying and smudging. I have been smudging my butt off around here, and I'll tell you, my space feels good. It's good. But I'm going to do some more. I am going to make it a weekly thing. And if I get some unsavory people in here or people who are carrying a lot of weight on their shoulders and they release it when they're in my house, I got to cleanse again. So, clear that stuff. Clear it for people who maybe can't clear it themselves. And when you're doing a cleansing and smudging in your home, don't forget to if you have pets, do them first. Do yourself first, then your pets and any people that are in your home. Because it just takes one person to bring that nasty stuff back in. So, and you want to make sure your children are protected, your loved ones are protected from whatever energy that may be releasing or you're chasing out of your home. I did the cleansing the other day. Thank goodness. I'm telling you, Dreamweaver's really been on his toes this week, and it's been awesome because when I was smudging and everything, he goes, "Did you open up a window or anything to let that out?" I said, "Oh my God, no, I didn't." I said, "This thing's bouncing around the walls in here." So I opened up the front and back door to let it escape. I said, boy, I must have been choking the shit out of it. Because, well, I think I told you guys, but some of you weren't tuned in. Well, that's John. Give me a minute. Hello. I sent it in your email. You do? Well, I sent it to JW Lines, I think 2015. Yeah, let me try that. Let me see. That's so weird. John. There you are. Why can I not? It's not bringing me to the little box, but there it is. That's so weird. It's blocking half my box. I can't see what I might be pasting. That should be it. All right. I sent it to you. Well, I did it. Yeah, well, I just sent it to your Facebook too. Sorry, everybody. Hang on. Got it? All right. Yay. Okay. All right. So John will be able to be on with us in a few minutes. That'll be awesome. All right. So let me go ahead and get the stone for the month. We're going to use a small bin today as stones. Ooh, I was telling me, use the tin. Use the tin. Tin. Alright, we haven't used this one in a while. We got our tin. On a little box of stones. Alright, Spirit. What's best? Oh, yeah, I was telling you the story. That I have these little glass pane windows that go to like some piece of furniture that I haven't found out where they go in like 15 years. They've been sitting beside my bookshelf all tucked in, and I got like 2 flashlights in front of that and a dog's bowl, right? So I turned around the other day. This is after somebody was here, or yeah, I was chasing out some negative energy from somebody. And I heard a noise, and I turned around and looked, and there was a pane of glass that came out of there somehow. It couldn't, there's no possible way it could have rolled out of there because there was too much stuff in front of it. And it was a small pane of glass. It came out and laid itself perfectly in between my doorway, between the living room and the kitchen. So I said, ooh, I got a physical entity in here. So I went through and I had to smudge everything again, and this time with a vengeance. And I wrote that to the person. I said, someone's little energy's loose in here. And I had to go smudge with a vengeance. And I got a laughing face as emoji. And she says, I didn't put that there. So that thing was trying to laugh at me, thinking it was going to get the better of me. Well, I got the better of it because it is gone. Woo, and it's funny. I was picturing orange too. So we got carnelian. Carnelian's always a wonderful stone. This is courage. This is transformation. This is cleansing. It can also even bring you some prosperity. But this is the courage to make the changes and the stepping forward into the here and now and into what it is that you're really hoping for, and courage to make the changes that you wish to change. And this is also good for the sacral center. So this is also your state of creativity. So I'm going to go ahead and let, did I bring the phone over here? Yes, I did. Let the phone tell us of what we should know. Yep, John's joining us here. He says, hello, everyone. He's going to be on speaking about the state of the world from the esoteric point of view. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. What are the metaphysical properties of carnelian?
Carnelian is believed to boost vitality, courage, and creativity, acting as a motivator. It's linked to the sacral chakra for passion and emotional balance, offering protection and supporting spiritual growth. It ignites energy, overcomes fear, and supports manifestation.
That is the stone of the year, I think. So you can always conjoin this stone with anything else that comes up, but this is definitely going to wear or carry with you. If a lot of people like to carry those medicine pouches, and that's all fine and good, but try to make sure they're more of a natural, not a synthetic material, because then it can reach you. Synthetics tend to block the energy. So if you get like a leather pouch or cotton pouch or something like that, if you carry it in a pocket where you carry change and everything else, you should definitely keep it shielded. I don't care if you wrap it in some toilet paper or something. Otherwise, those coins can really chew up your stones. And for those who can wear it, carnelian rings, earrings, necklaces, whatever, do it. Bracelets. Yeah, bracelets are really big now. Guys and women are always wearing the bracelets. And we got our carnelian. Yeah, look at all that carnelian. Yep. All right. So that is the message for the week. I hope that has helped everyone. Can you hear me now, Barb? All right. Well, we are going to probably we may have to skip our free reading unless I'm just going to pull a card for someone. So if everybody wants to pick a number, including you, John, if you want to get in on this, pick a number from 1 through 20, and we'll see who wins the free roll. 1 through 20. I have to change the colors I'm wearing today. I'm wearing green mostly today, and my Santa Claus. And if you have a question, you can put the question with it. You only get to pick one number. If you pick more than one, I'm going with the first one you give me. All right. I gotta get my dice out. Hey, Raylene. Hope you're doing well. All right. How about you, John? You want to pick a number, or did you have to go back and see here? Oh, John did pick one. Sorry. My bad. Okay. All right. Okay, Spirit. Gonna roll the dice, see who gets that free card or two reading here. Number 9, number 9, and number 9. All right. So who got 9 or closest to 9? Might be Lisa and Mom. All right. Just looking again. Now I picked 8, so I think 10 is the good way to go. All right, Mama. All right. We're going to do the purple card today. All right, Spirit. For Donna Seconds, my mom. What does she need to know, especially for this week of January 4th, 2026? Geez, what's best going to help her in her path from life? Ooh, that one slipped out of there. Ooh. So good for you, right? This is the health, fitness, and food. It seems to be right on. Sorry, I'm trying to rest my hand so it's not jiggling all over the place in case you'd like to screenshot this. If you pull this card, it means that something must change. A new way of eating or exercise is being called for. It could be that whatever your situation, you may need to change something simple to achieve healthiness via a natural way. Either way, it will certainly help. Many are stubborn and refuse to change what they eat or add that food or regimen. But when it comes to your health, it is worth the effort and sacrifice. Try it on for size. You can also be allergic to something in your environment or diet. It could make all the difference in the world to check it out and take action. Why don't I see? I've never seen that mistake when I made the cards. Not outtake, but check it out and take action. So I know you're in the process of doing that. So you got confirmation that you should definitely check it out and see what's going on. Maybe you are allergic to something. It could even be, maybe you need to, I don't know if you have an air purifier in the house too. That might not hurt right now. Living in Florida and all kinds of molds and stuff can be created. So that is for you, Mama. I hope that has helped you. And it's definitely right on as far as I know. And Lisa, Lisa, I'm going to say that's probably the same thing for you. Let's see what card you get. All right. Okay, Spirit, what's best going to help Lisa Ninneman in her path of life? Let me pick the proper card that best helps her, especially for this first week of January. Ooh, that's a nice card. You got rebirth. Ooh. You're definitely coming into something new way of life, new way of living. I think taking a different stance, changing what you deal with, put up with, and what you actually do and take care of yourself. I think you do have a lot of rebirthing going on. Some part of you or something or someone in your life has died, left, or ended. The shift that was due has occurred. This was all important and meaningful. And this could also be a way you're looking at things and what you're willing and not willing to put up with anymore, too. So this is good. A new life, situation, relationship, a new way of being in the world is now ready to come into your life and be known, utilized, and create a chance to start over. This is a this is very exciting. Know you have earned this and it is something to look forward to. This can also be a time of giving birth to a child, a new idea, a newcomer into your home or life. This is your chance to experience something good and well deserved. So go for it. Enjoy the new. Wow, that is an awesome card, Lisa. Yay! This means whatever it is you want to do and accomplish, you can do it. And January is definitely a month to get it done. No doubt. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Thank you. Very good. Right on the money. Yeah, they're both right on the money for both of you. It's really, I love it. It's perfect. Again, you want a reading? Contact me. The information you have scrolling through below, we can give you that special deal for $25. Or the $50 one, whatever you want. The ones taking you through the first 6 months of the year, or the one that's just letting you know what's going on in the beginning of the year, maybe what energy you should be working with, any information that comes through. Yeah, the 15-minute one or the half-hour one, you decide. You could just contact me, text me at the information you see scrolling through below, the phone number there. All right. All right, now we are going to let John on because we don't have that much time, and I do have plans after this. So, all right, here we go. We're going to get rid of this. And John, are you ready? You are ready.
Let me in.
All right.
Can you hear me? Can people see me?
Yes, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me? All right.
Cool. So how's everybody doing?
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, I've had a really good holiday cheer. I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff coming on, in today's world. I can't wait to show you guys about this. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about this. So 2026 is a very, very pivotal year. So much is going to happen in this year until 2030. I mean, it's a build-up, really. But if you look even back last year and the year before, there's so much that has changed. Like, the world is different. We just haven't really seen the effects of it yet. We have, Europe completely fracturing from the United States. You had all these new alliances form, and it's going to get really, really intense. And also, it's a great time to just pursue new goals. And I'm really excited to show you guys. So this is basically my overall esoteric forecast overall of what to expect. So there's a lot that's going on. Now, of course, before I go on, I have to explain something. That time is an illusion. The way I like to view the true start of the year would be the summer equinox, because that's the original thing. The Roman Catholic, everything is kind of inverted in a sense. The Roman Catholic Church basically created the new year, and it's all wanky. That's why we celebrate it in the middle of winter instead of in the spring. So right now, technically, we're still in the year of the snake, and I'll go on to that in a second. Okay. So the first thing you have to understand about it is numerology. I'm going to go from 3 different parts: numerology, Chinese Vedic, Chinese animal elements, and Western astrology. I'll make it really brief. So in numerology, in 20, they go in 9-year cycles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 1. 2025 was a 9-year sign. So it's all about endings. It's all about closure. As you see, it was kind of a relaxing year. Like, nothing really happened. There were a couple things that happened, a couple protests, but nothing that spiraled out of control. And especially towards the end, I made a really pivotal moment with my family and decided to heal a lot of stuff. It's great for healing and just tidying things up. But this is a 1 year. It's all about action and starting. It's really, really cool. 2017 for me was when I basically finished up my college, and then I started an internship. I began to start considering an internship out here. It's where I met my fiance, Gab. I'm really excited for that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So this year is going to be again. It's all about action. It's very Mars-like going out there and seeing things. Like if you have new projects, it's great to start it. Now, the wooden snake, now again, this goes back to the point. The Chinese animal signs, they don't start technically until February to March. So we're technically still in the wooden snake energy of 2025. Now, there are five, kind of like with Wicca, there's earth, water, air, and fire. Wooden is Chinese, it's a type of syndrome. I'm a fire rat. And I'm more than happy if anyone wants afterward to basically go over their thing if Jade has. If not, that's fine too. But just going back, a wooden snake is all about structure, wooden. It's all about just, malleable, kind of Virgo like, like that. And snakes are very kind of in the background. Been a lot of exposure, a lot of quiet exposure that's been going on in the background. You have the Epstein files. You had all this stuff going on about, with Ukraine, with all the stuff that happened. And it's again the wooden snake is all about. It's not about direct confrontation. It's about quietly planning in the background. And the people who basically, like the last part, the people who basically stocked up, like got silver or whatever, or maybe invested in crypto or whatever, got to see really what happened towards the end of the year. Because at the end of the year, that's when everything kind of shifted from controlled expansion, meaning control and more expansion control, to just freedom and rebellion. I'll get that in a second. So the fire horse is a completely different thing. A horse as an animal is very rebellious. It's very freedom oriented. It does not like to be tied down. While with a snake ear, you could be cunning and you could just be calculative and just figure things out. The fire horse, it's going no matter what. There's no more stopping. Again, I see like as you saw, 2025 was kind of like a prelude, but you saw a lot of like UK have digital IDs. They rolled out the what do you call it? Not the star on your passport. I forgot. Do you know what that is, Jade? The thing to travel. Not the digital ID. It's there's something required to travel. They did that in a quiet way. But I think
it's the real ID. I think
real ID. That's right. Real ID. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That was more of a snake like because it was more like it was basically not really passed upon. But I think a lot of there's gonna. I believe that there's going to be war themes. Whether they appear or not, I'm not entirely sure. But they're probably expect a lot more control measure to be forced down people's throat. And I think a lot of people are going to start to take a stand. I think, and of course, if you look what's happening with all these robots now, they have they have Neo and not Decepticon. It's the Prime, the Optimus robot that can actually do things in your home. Like robots are coming into our lives, whether we like it or not. Like all these factory jobs are going to be automated with actual robots very, very, very quickly. And so that's what I'm saying. No wonder that's happening with that too. I think that, and again, this goes back to the split in the collective. There's going to be the synthetic timeline where people basically turn into cyborgs. Like basically get tied to holograms and all these fun games and basically lose their own, soul by being addicted to stuff. And those who are basically trying to stay true to who they are as human beings. And the Fire Horse is going to clearly show that. It's going to be a very, very crazy, amazing time to be alive. So as I said, here's what I would say. Right now, as I said, we're kind of in the last of the elements of the snake year. February, middle to end of February is when things begin to pick up. But I'll explain this more with my Western astrology. But it's but I would say by February, if you have a goal, just go at it. If you don't feel like you have a goal, obviously don't. But if you've been planning on something and putting in the back burn, try to learn and just have all of your bows crossed and tied and stuff like that. Okay, so now for the astrology part. There were three major transits that I've said the last time. We had Saturn and Neptune, which were in Pisces, which is all about compassion and helping people out, being the better Christian. Going into Aries, which is warlike. Every time Saturn is in Aries, you had a major war. You had the Vietnam War. You had the Bosnia with the Balkan War or whatever in the 90s. And of course, that was when the Ukraine War really got, when they blew up a bunch of all those Russian bombers over the summer. And that's when that pretty much happened. And then, of course, Uranus is all about how people like innovate and change. With Taurus, it's like nothing happens. It's been very, very fixed. But Gemini, you saw all these, and that's when AI began to pick up and all this other stuff. And if you look back at I remember, when I was back in May, I got a really good tech job as a contract. And it was very interesting to see. It's almost like a test run. And then towards the summer, that's when it ended. everything went backwards, went retrograde. It's like one final get your stuff together and heal everything. And during that time, as I said, I was able to basically make some really good family situation things, and I got a lot of help, and things are really good. And so, pretty much, if you guys have probably noticed yourself in the fall, like nothing really happened, and that's why people were able to just like clear up any final knots or some final tests. And so, but I'm telling you, um, next year is when things there is no more water and with water and ground. It's all fire and air. So until 2028, it's going to get very, very, very intense. A lot of stuff. It's not even America. It's the whole world. A lot of stuff's going to happen and fire on all cylinders. I expect a tech markets crash. Now it's been coming. And inflation to really start digging in its head. I do not predict a massive like societal collapse until 2027 at the earliest, but I still see it as a very, very pivotal year. People are going to be really, really upset, and they're going to be out on the streets and stuff. And again, but that's again, it's part of the split in the collective. Some people are experiencing the best thing in the world. I've had some of my friends who are like friend who made a company. He just decided to quit his job and focus on his company. He's happy, and that's kind of the two tier of people. It's like a tale of two cities. You have people who are happy and just never been happier and connected to spirituality and happy, and those who are trying to control and stuck in this mindset of I need to be able to pay for things and everything like that. So that's there's that. Now in May, I think that's when Uranus goes into Gemini. So there's going to be some conflict between February to around May, but it's not going to be. It's going to be semi bad. But I think in May, that's when the supply chains and everything. I don't know what will happen, but it'll break down. I don't think there's going to be COVID or a virus. But again, like I said, the lockdown stuff. That's when they're probably going to cure a lot of part of it, depending on where you are. And it's going to be very, very good for people to have a breakout and be able to do a lot of stuff. My advice to people, and also another key thing that you guys have to understand. This is what's happening. They're kind of doing a sleight of hand thing where they say one thing but they're actually doing the other. So one thing you have to understand is that the U.S. dollar has been for the longest time, really since 9/11, really, it's been just slowly being eroded by printing and printing and printing money and wasteful spending. Now, when Trump came into office in 2024, he realized we can't afford to pay it off. There's no way that a quarter of everything we get taxed on is going to have to pay the interest of the debt alone. So what he's going to do is just inflate our currency and basically get everybody onto the blockchain to trade with cryptocurrency. Originally, they tried to do a one world cryptocurrency where you would basically be AI slave, where you basically be tracked with everything, carbon credits. However, Trump's doing it in a roundabout way, which is by getting everybody onto the blockchain. They'd be trading with like a JP Morgan coin or something like that, which eventually goes back to you have to verify who you are. So again, I think that cryptocurrency can be used for good if people are able to understand how to trade anonymously. It can be really, really helpful. But at the same time, it also can be like basically the beast system where everyone sees everything you pay for, and if there's no privacy. A major thing that I would say for a lot of people is to just take a course on basic cryptocurrency, or just understand more of technology. You don't have to be a genius; just know how to navigate, know how to drive your car from point A to point B. You don't have to be a mechanic. You don't have to be a programmer. You don't have to be a crypto bro. You just understand how things work, and you'll be fine. I think you'll be able to be okay. But the people who have not prepared or not gotten 3 months of things are going to be really have a difficult time. So going back to the main point, basically the reason why the U.S. has been really, really fortunate is because every time you go out to Japan or go to Germany, or every time China and Russia talk, they print U.S. dollars, and every course U.S. dollar made is a percentage goes towards Uncle Sam, like Venmo. Now, if everyone trades with cryptocurrency, everything will be taxed on the blockchain, making the revenue basically be like quadrillions of what our debt is. And that's how Trump is going to basically want to pay off our national debt, whether you like it or not. I would not entirely invest into crypto. And this is what I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna do any type of cryptocurrency investing, do not expect to make a buck. Do not expect for speculation. You need to know what you're doing. Get a hardware wallet, which basically means that it's completely secure, and don't touch it for like a year or two, because again, the banks are trying to buy up all of the cryptocurrency in the world. That's why the Bitcoin you've heard in the news has been dropping, because they're trying to crash so they can buy it all up. So there's no one owns anything, because it's basically it's up there, but they're not going to be able to do it. But once the inflation takes off, the banks have less power. That is when people will be able to just the blockchain utilize. So in my opinion, I don't think it's really going to start until the fall of this year at the earliest. Probably I would say 2028. If you just hold on until then, don't sell it, don't even touch it. In my personal opinion, I would consider buying silver if you really want to have a nesting egg that would basically retain its value. For instance, in June of this year, silver was $35 an ounce, and now it's almost $75. That's twice the amount. That's silver. It's not, Tesla. It's not, some sort of, stupid coin. It's literally silver. Everyone is basically de-dollarizing. They're trying to prepare, hedge themselves and get hard assets instead of hanging on to things. In my personal opinion, if you want to do crypto, I would invest in XRP. As I said, and of course, you're going to see a lot more hyperinflation. Have at least 3 months of food, I would say, by mid-February, May to June at the latest. Because again, when Uranus goes into Gemini in May, that's when, because again, when Uranus went into Gemini, that's when you had the No Kings protest. That's when they were attacking police officers. Remember that? They were attacking police officers, and just, you had the weirdest stuff. Like you had all those people trying to reconquest Mexico or whatever, all those people in California. Yeah, that was a prelude to what it is. Again, as I said, I'm not afraid of it, because what you are dreaming will become a reality. And that's the most important thing, is that right now, the split is actually happening. With all these magnetic frequency rays, your thoughts are really becoming very, very much, manifestation abilities have never been more powerful. And if you even just by simple thoughts. So that's why I'm saying that, if you predict you're going to be prosperous, you're going to be happy, you're going to have a good life, you will be having that. And conversely, if you watch a lot of news, or you follow the mainstream media, and you think the world's going to go to hell, it's going to go to hell, and you're going to be a part of it. So that's why I'm saying, between now and 2030, this is the breakaway of the whole splitting of two things. And don't even get me started on 3i Atlas. I want to tell you guys about that, but I don't have time for that. But basically, this is the truly split. The Navajo prophecy of, the people who can stay connected to the earth, and the people who went down the machine path. As long as you know that the main goal is to basically get everyone turned into pretty much cyborgs by just getting them more and more addicted to technology, you'll be fine. As long as you understand that, you're fine. You can even utilize it to help your life a bit too in certain ways. But yeah, going to be very, very interesting. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So just the positive is you have the potential to have magical breakthroughs both on a personal level and in society. It's not going to be what you may think. It'll be something that's completely unrelated. And it's really, really, really cool. And I'm excited for this year. So that pretty much wraps it up. I just want to say for myself, I do personal Chinese esoteric, I do numerology and Western astrology readings to help people through these times. I'm also doing a venture called Bitcoin for Boomers, which is basically a crash course into cryptocurrency. It basically teaches you what is cryptocurrency, how to use it, how to trade with it, and understand the blockchain in general and how to trade effectively. Again, I'm more than happy to. I'm going to bring out my email, put it in the live chat right now, and my number is 12-2. If anyone wants to get in touch with me. But yeah, so there you have it. Anyone have any questions?
I can't really see your information there.
I have it in the live. I have it in the YouTube live.
Okay.
So does anyone have any? Oh, shoot. I hate it.
Why don't you put it in the comments section too? This way.
I did. I put it on the live.
Did you? I'm not seeing
so
it.
Does anyone have any questions about stuff?
Anything because I'm not down where I should be. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I still don't see it there.
Yeah, I put it in there. Sean Line 768. I put it right here. I'll even hide it.
All right. I'm gonna write it in there. John Lyons.
Yeah, I can see me on the live. I'm just clicking on it. So, does anyone have any questions to me asking about everything? Because I know that was a lot. Because I know Jade was kind of in a hurry, but it's kind of like drinking water out of a fire hose. Jade, do you have any questions?
Um, not at this moment. So yeah, just give me is it the email that you're given?
Yeah,
Um,
jwlyons2015@gmail.com. I'll even write it
oh,
in the thing
John
right now.
W. Lyons. Okay.
Yeah, I'll even do it right now. Hold on. Right now. Hold on 1 second.
Lyons. John W. Lyons 15.
Yep, at gmail.com. Writing right here. And here's my number if you guys want to reach out to me for any readings and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what I have.
All right. So Lisa says, what platform is best to hold your crypto? Like,
well, see, that's the thing.
or etc.
It's not a platform. Get a hardware, a cold wallet. A cold wallet is more secure than a bank. It's more secure than anything. A cold wallet is basically, let me get this up, so I'm sorry about this. A cold wallet is basically, you can only use it when you're online, meaning no one can get onto it except yourself. The only time you can connect it if you plug it into your computer. That's the most safest thing. Do not be just, and that's why, again, you got to know what you're doing. If you save it on like Kraken or anything else, number one, look what happened in the Canadian protests of 2020 when they basically cut off all the Canadian truckers' bank accounts. Do you remember that? How they did that? They were basically protesting against the jab, the carjack, I'll call it, COVID, COVID or whatever. They basically protested they shut off their bank accounts. With Kraken, it's the same thing. They can and they will. They could take shut off your bank account if things happen, or if they became insolvent. That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
think
saying.
that's her problem. Is she doesn't really. We all have a problem like trying to handle the wallets. I was connected to this company. It was from England or something, and they had some wallet there. I had like $500 in there. I lost it all because they take it away every month because I didn't know how to utilize it or access it. And,
Well, let me give you another example. My grandpa, his father's was a banker. Okay, they were well off. They weren't super rich, but they were well off. They lived in a nice house and had a nice job. The great stock market crash of 1929 happened, and they lost everything overnight and had to sell their homes and go on the streets overnight. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, because they were investing whatever, and they lost everything. And that's the when you, again, if you have hard assets, if you're concerned about the wallets, buy silver. You will make a killing through this year in silver. I would not buy any Bitcoin or anything until further legislation comes in. That's what I'm trying to say. Silver is going up leaps and bounds now. So what I would recommend you guys do is to find a local pawn dealer, who you trust, so there's plenty of places you can get gold and silver. Like, watch. Best places to buy, I'm going to go now. Best places to buy silver. I'm going to go now. It probably backed by a U.S. government, I guess. That's what I would say. Let me get one of them that I had right here. So just, again, there are plenty of them. There's tons of stuff you can look at. I would say this, like, I'm just looking at this right now, but you basically buy ounces of silver, and then you hold on to them, and every time you need it, you basically go and go to a pawn dealer and trade your value. That's what I would do.
Pawn shops don't give you much. I mean, they had one that came to the hotel because they were buying up silver and stuff from people. They weren't giving you squat. I mean, the piece itself was worth more than the silver they were giving you money for.
Well, that's why I'm saying you find a really good, reputable dealer who like who's really good. Like, obviously, like what you do is you go like this. Look up the price. Look up the current price of silver. Let's see. It's basically what is it? It's about $72 an ounce. Okay. If you I would say 5 to 10%. If someone is willing to basically offer me $80 for that, I'll take it. But if they offer 50 or 20, no way, no way. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying always know how much it's worth and just get ounces of silver and you'll be fine. Because I'm telling you, Jade, in fact, you know what I've heard? So Trump obviously wants to bring back American jobs, right? I've heard that they're not even wanting to open any silver mines because they'd be losing money because silver is so cheap. The price that they would have to for them to even consider opening mines and investing money into building infrastructure is $180 an ounce. $180. So if you were to right now, if you were to buy silver, they wouldn't even because when they start going, that's when everybody's going to get it. I would say by the end of next year, they're probably up to $500, maybe $600 an ounce. Like again, I had a friend who bought a lot of silver over the summer, and he made a killing. He literally doubled his income in like 3 months. Imagine if it goes to 500. Like I'm telling you guys, now is the time to if you really want to have a nesting egg without having to be all techie, just buy silver online, have it shipped to you from a reputable source, and then you'll be fine. That's
Lisa
what a lot of
asked, "Do you mean physical silver coins?"
no, not just silver coins. I gotta find one. Hold on. There's a big one. Oh, the perfect. Thank you for telling me this, Jade. I'm gonna have this. So Patriot Gold Group. Okay, this is an example. If you want to be really really safe, I'm gonna take this loop. These people basically take all of your income in the S&P 500 and basically put it into the gold, into basically physical gold assets. Oh, I did the wrong thing. So I would totally recommend that you guys like not allow me to do it. That's strange. I would strongly advise everyone. Patriot, I'm gonna send this to you, Jade. Patriot
Okay.
Gold IRA, this one right here. They have stuff like this. If you have any IRA, 401k savings, they basically store it into gold. So it's basically it's safe. Because in my personal opinion, I believe that within the next 2 to 3 years, there will the S&P 500 going to be wiped out. It's going to be wiped out because once people start running away from the dollar and with hyperinflation, it's going to one. But
I got a question. Now, what happens if you have these online wallets and stuff like that, and you're investing in the stuff that's not in your pocket, and the grid goes down, and it's gonna, because we're gonna get hit by that asteroid or whatever, and it's gonna knock everything out. Then you lose everything.
no, the grid's never really going to go down.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
it's going to go down for some time, but I'm telling you, Jade, it's not. Yes, there will be power blackouts. There will be stuff, but I'm telling you that cryptocurrency is going to stay, and it's going to be good for a lot of things. It's just navigating through it. I would love to teach you guys about that, but for now, silver is probably the best thing. But going back to your point, it's not even that, Jade. It's the fact that cryptocurrency is actually worse than physical dollars because everything is watchable on the blockchain. Every transaction you see is there. So if you basically want to buy a bike, there might be some government oversight. They'll be able to see and check for everything. That's why I'm saying it's very, very intrusive. And so that if you know how to use again, I know how to basically trade and just have it on a physical device that I carry with me. In fact, I'll give you an example, Jade. I went out to there's this cool thing called PorkFest, which is basically a giant libertarian group. Everyone was able to trade with Bitcoin. It's kind of like trading with Venmo, pretty much, and they were able to trade anonymously. Like you couldn't be taxed by it, and it's really cool because they knew what they were doing. The problem that's why I'm saying just take some courses and just understand how it works and you'll be fine. But don't go into it unless you want to know what's happening. Otherwise, silver is fine. Silver and gold are great things right now.
Cool.
But yeah, going back to the point. So this is one thing. These guys take all of your basically 401k savings and then put it into gold, which is really, really safe. Secondly, the second one.
I gotta hurry here.
Add a link. Give me 30 seconds. I'm just looking at this one thing.
There was this Petra.
Apex is one. APMEX is a good one. So this is what I was talking about. So you basically look up. Let me get to it. Right. Sorry about this. Stupid ads. Why are you doing this to me? All right. So you basically get like this. See what I'm saying? Look, one silver gold bar. You basically buy stuff like this. You do it slowly over time. Take like a quarter of your paycheck. Maybe you have like $200 a month, and just slowly get some silver in ounces, and you'll have a lot over time. That's what I would say.
Okay, well check that out then.
Anyone who wants to know, this is APMEX. Again, this is a real. It's basic. Again, always understand what the price is and just look at and make sure things are like that. But that's what I'm going to be doing too. Again, like once inflation kicks off, it's going to be very difficult for a lot of people because people won't know how to react. Another thing, I would recommend you get 3 months of basic necessities like toilet paper, maybe food in general. But again, you're not going to have an Alex Jones level apocalypse, but you will. There is going to be, people may have rationing for a bit for food or stuff like that. Because if the war, I mean, I'm not saying war is going to break out, but you never know with all this chaotic energy. But what
right?
I'm headed is, it's going to be for the better. It's going to lead to a beautiful new future for humanity. I'm telling you, if you keep your vibration up and you're able to truly just think of good things, will be great. So there's that. All right.
All right. Well, thank you. We
Whoa,
are definitely
wait.
past our time.
Helen Travels Love, August 29th, Year of the Horse. Ooh, interesting. Do you know what year you were? Because I like to have the year for the elephant. It makes it easier.
Huh? You're the horse. Yeah, I got a lot of people are saying this is their year. I know this is my month. The Cancer moon just went by, and I'm seeing other podcasts too, and they're like, "This is it for Cancer." I'm like, "Well, I'm going to do everything I can this January to make all the changes I need to make, start good regimens, and I'm going to get myself in the light because they say when the Earth has a soul, and it's
I know.
deciding to leave, and it's splitting, and so all the nasty people are going to go one end, and the believers and light workers who are trying to make the world a better place are going to go to the good
And this
place, the
this is
new earth."
literally it. Like I'm telling you, people are going to. There's going to be I would even say within the next 2 years of holograms. I'm going to say it on record that you're going to see people just see more and more attached to AI stuff, and AI is helpful, but if you let the tool consume you, like you said, that's how you get entrapped and stuff. But really, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So
Well, if you had time, maybe join us or something next week. We can learn more.
yeah,
If
I'd
anybody
love
here
to.
has any idea of what you want to hear more about, post it or text me at the information you see scrolling through below. You'll see it's still, whoops.
Helen,
Scroll through below on
you're
here.
gonna have a very very rebellious year. It's things just go with the flow. It's gonna be very like a fire horse, and you have a fire horse on a fire horse. I have to look up this one thing. How is a fire horse do in a fire horse year? Let's look at this. Let's see what she says. I want to see this. I'm curious. Let's see what it says. It says that again, like you said, it's going to be pretty much you're going to feel you want to have independence, passion, ambition, leading a fast process, new opportunities, and breakthrough, but also the risk of being burnout. So again, just if you have a goal that you want to go at it with all of your heart. Do not take inaction. Just don't try to take on too much work. But yeah, it's going to be the horse is out of the barn. That's the best way I can describe it. The horse is out of the barn.
And he's on
Oh,
fire.
yeah, but I'm excited. February pops up, so that's why things are kind of quiet. But middle of February to March is when things get active, and by May, full steam ahead. All right, you guys. Glad I could help you guys out.
All right. Thank you, John.
Always a pleasure,
And
you guys. Have a good one.
you too. All right, everybody, it is time for us to move on. Our next podcast is on the 11th. So we'll see you on January 11th. If you're interested in taking advantage of that last minute deal where it's $25 or $50, the 15-minute or half-hour reading for the new year, the $50 one will cover the first 6 months unless you want to cover something else. I'm giving everybody this deal, and it's going to be basically, you got to sign up today and possibly pay today, unless you pay when you get your reading, but you need to sign up and book your reading. You can do that with the phone number you see scrolling here below. Text me. Texting me is better than email or anything else right now. Everything else gets lost. This is the last chance to get this good deal with me. And let's see, John's on down here. Patriot Gold Group IRA. John's posting some stuff for you guys to look at. I recommend if you want to save. Cool. And yes, so contact me. Feel free to text me. You can ask me some questions if you want to know how it works or whatever. That'd be great. Happy New Year again to everybody. Don't forget, you have to keep that stiff upper lip. Focus on what you truly desire. Practice doing some meditations where you're surrounded by the light and the light is within you. This way, when the earth does split, we're on the right side of it. Okay. So that's the best we can do through whatever is happening out there. and think that positive things are coming, and they're coming into your life, and you're going to be effortlessly and easily able to work with it, muddle through it, and turn out better than you ever imagined. All right, much love and light to you. Thank you. Be careful of the ice. Yes, thank you, Mama. Yeah, we certainly will be. I walk like a little baby on this stuff. I had too many twisted ankles this past year. I've learned well. And that was me being careful. All right. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next week. Our structure StreamYard. Hang on. To emerge into entity. Okay, that's something else for me. Service provided by Bending Spoons USA. Interesting. Okay. Well, much love and light. Happy New Year. Till next week.